Well, we have 3 living, and we lost 1 child. We had a stillborn son. So we have Walker, who's 5, Elliott is 3, who was a twin, and then Eden is a year.
And tell me about the other twin, the one that died. What was that baby's name?
His name was John Carter.
John. How did you find out you were pregnant with twins?
We had trouble conceiving, so we were doing injectables, and in January of 2013, we got a positive pregnancy test. Walker was 2, so we were really ready for another baby. We went in at the end of January, and she said, "There's baby A," and showed us the heartbeat, and there's baby B, and he flew out of his chair. It was just, what? It was very, very shocking, very exciting. I mean, we were thrilled.
We were so excited.
Yeah.
I mean, just picking out double of everything was so fun. Just thinking about having those 3 crazy boys running around the house all the time.
Very, very close in age, too.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right. That would have been a handful, but a happy handful.
Yes.
yeah.
So
Playing my basketball team.
yeah, get them all set up. You were just cruising along.
Yes.
Everything was going
Yes.
as it should, and then
And so around 22 weeks, we did the level 2, but we did it at Willow Creek, and they did satellite to Little Rock.
Gotcha.
And everything was great. The only small issue was on baby B. They saw some fluid on his kidney. He said, "We'll see you back in a month and we'll check it." We went back. I was pretty nervous, but nothing to where I was expecting one to be gone. She started measuring baby A, circled around, and then suddenly switched to baby B and started measuring him. She didn't say anything, and said his kidneys look great, and here's his heartbeat. And at that moment, I thought, it took a minute for it to click. I thought, why didn't she do baby A's heartbeat? And so I sat up quickly and I said, "Why didn't you do his heartbeat?" She said, "I'm so sorry, Mrs. Bryant." And then all of a sudden, there's just no heartbeat at 25 weeks.
Yeah, it was a shock factor.
was
It's like,
a
wow, did this really just happen? There's no way he's actually gone. Like,
No.
check again. Like, he's fine.
no preparation.
Yeah.
There was no
Yeah.
indication that
No
would have been the
indication.
case. And because the other baby was active, you
Yes.
were feeling the fetal movements
Yes.
all along, so there wasn't anything different.
So
And
we were the whole
that's-
time we're dialed in with Little Rock, and Little Rock was trying to explain to us what might have happened, and there really was no explanation. We had no idea what had happened. Maybe it was cord strangulation or a number of things, I guess, but we wouldn't know until he was born, and then maybe they could do some genetic testing. So
that they were on the phone or on video,
Yes.
like Skyping with you
Yes.
while this ultrasound was being done.
yeah,
Yes.
And so, but the person that was doing the ultrasound tech, basically had to say, I'm not.
sorry.
Yeah.
She didn't say he doesn't have a heartbeat. The lady kind of came on and said, "He doesn't have a heartbeat. He's not. He's gone."
and then we just sat there. It
Adopt.
seemed like forever because they went through all of his measurements, and she was like telling her on back and forth in the video what all of his measurements were, and Katie and I were both just sitting there staring at each other like, what is going on? Is this real? You know? So it was awful.
Very hard to digest that information, and it wasn't. They weren't really ready to discuss it with you. They were doing their technical business at that point.
I was just too shocked. I couldn't process this at the moment. I didn't really have questions.
The biggest question is what's going to happen, or is baby B going to stay in there for a full term, or is it going to cause complications? So we went home just shocked and trying to figure out how do we even go on with our day-to-day routines.
I mean, we called our parents and told them, and our family was devastated.
Yeah.
I specifically, it was a physical reaction to, my body went numb. I couldn't move.
Yeah.
I was shocked to my core, like that we were not going to bring him home.
Just the vision of what our family was going to be was gone.
Yes. And I think at that time for me, the grief was really pushed aside because I was so terrified, was like,
Don't want to lose both
can't
of
lose
them.
both.
Yeah.
What's going to happen? I thought I would die.